Hey guys, it's Nisha. Welcome back to my channel. So I have an intuitive message that I want to share with you guys today. And actually, I received this download yesterday. And Source said to me, don't be afraid to lose them. And I said, lose who, Source? And Source said, anybody. Just like that, like in a very Italian thick husky, anybody. Okay, don't be afraid to lose them. Who? Anybody. Okay, now let me tell you what's been going on in my personal life lately. And I just felt called to be a little bit personal. I don't always share what's going on in my life, but so recently I have had to walk away from a lot of old friendships and old relationships. For whatever reason, right now, Source has really been how I've been describing it, the metaphor. Maybe you guys have been feeling this way too. Source is playing musical chairs with all my friendships and relationships, and every time Source turns the music on, they simultaneously pull like 5 chairs out of the game, right? And then it's like all the people who are my friends, they have nowhere to sit. You know how musical chairs goes. When the music's playing, you go around the chairs, and then when the music stops, you're supposed to sit down, right? Source is like turning on the music, pulling out all the chairs, and then people are like, when the music stops, they're like, whoa, there's nowhere for me to sit, and then they leave. Okay, that is how Source is clearing people out of lives right now. And let me tell you why. It is all vibrational, okay? So like I said, recently I had to walk away from a friend, and it was really nasty the way things ended. And it's really funny because a long time ago, we had a conversation, me and this friend, and after the conversation, literally the same day, I give her a call in the afternoon. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry you're going through this, yada yada, like just trying to be there, be a good friend, whatever. Okay, she had a lot of things going on in her personal life. Long story short, like maybe a month and a half goes by, and I was having a really good day, and Source put it on my heart to reach out to her and say, hey, I still love you. Even if we don't talk, no matter what happens, I love you. I still have love for you. This girl responded out of her trigger, and she basically just projected all this insecurity, all this stuff on me, saying I'm a bad friend, I'm a bad person, blah 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 blah. And you know what, I had so much love in my heart, I just said, okay, like I just ate it, I accepted it, not because I think she's right, but because where I'm at right now vibrationally, it's like I'm on a whole other level. And if somebody wants to come to you with negativity, with nastiness, when all you do is try to meet them with love, that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with that person and what is going on in their personal life, okay? So I could have gotten triggered from her responding to me in that manner, trying to say I'm a bad friend, blah, blah, blah. I could have been like, no, you're a bad friend, and this is why, and right? But my consciousness right now is just so high that I did not even feel the need to, like some people, when they respond to you from their trigger, they just need to be seen and they just need to be heard, okay? And if you are in your ego, you will bite the bait and start fighting back with them, and that's exactly what their demons want from you, because in a way that is their demons feeding off of your energy, sucking on your energy. But by me responding, saying, you know what, it's still love, I still have love for you, I understand you feel that way, maybe it's not our season to be friends, I'm okay with that, I wish you the best, all love over here, right? And again, when you meet people with love, it irritates their demons, because something in them wants to fight back, wants to have a reason to be like, see, I told you, you're a bad person, you see, I told you, but like right now the chosen ones are raising to, and it's really crazy because I thought she was spiritually conscious, but at the same time it's like she could be backsliding. I don't know, like whoever is in her life right now. And again, this could be traumas from her past and yada yada yada. This video is not about her. This is me telling you guys when somebody meets you with ugliness, with anger, with hostility, emotions are so high right now, energies are so high right now, and you might have been called to cut so many people off, or so many people, they're no longer vibrationally hanging, or like you guys aren't in alignment anymore, and source is like, you need to cut that off. You will know you need to cut that person off, because literally every time you guys have a conversation with each other, it feels like your vibration is low. It feels like they're sucking your energy. And the funny thing is, even when you set clear boundaries with these people, which is what I did with this girlfriend, I said, you know what? Some of the things you're sharing with me is really draining and toxic to my energy. I need time to, process this. She's not used to somebody setting boundaries with her in that way. Therefore, it irritated her and it triggered her, and it was like a response trauma. Like somewhere in her life, somebody told her, no, you can't dump onto me in this way, and I re-triggered that trauma in her. And so it was all a projection. I know she really wasn't mad at me like that, but because, again, me setting boundaries and she not being able to cross those boundaries with me, it irritated her. It irritated her soul. It irritated her spirit. Now, this is something I want to share with you guys in regards to when you have to cut people out of your lives, or when source pulls people out of your lives, or when people say, I don't want to be your friend anymore, right? Their rejection is God's protection. I know you guys have heard this before, right? The fact that I am not, please, you have to be my friend, I'm sorry, when you know genuinely you're not in the wrong, you have to let people go. And in the future, they will realize what their faults were. They will realize, oh, you know what? I responded out of trauma, out of trigger, and I really am not mad at that person, right? So said all that to say, Source said, do not be afraid to let people go, and don't fight when people say that they need to leave your life. There is an energetic world that you cannot even physically see with your eyes. But if you could, right, you see the parasites, the spirits, the negative entities that are attached to some people, you are going to understand why you are no longer a vibrational match to them. Okay? If you could see into the spiritual realm and see all of the lingering spirits and energies that are of low vibration that hang on to people, you would be sick, and you would be like, you know what? I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Keep that over there. Right? We don't physically see it, but energetically you can feel it. You can feel people's demons. You can feel people's negativity. For whatever reason, when you're around them, you get that urge, you're like, ooh, you know what? I probably shouldn't do this. Like, I remember, again, with the same person, it's not like a one-time thing. You will get these hints again and again and again and again and again about people. For example, I was supposed to go on a trip with this person, and I was really excited to go on this trip. But after having like conversations with them, something in my spirit, and I was like about to give them the money to buy the plane ticket and do all the things, but something in my spirit was like, no, I don't want to be there with them. Like, I'm down for a trip, but I don't really want to be there with them. And I feel like it's because energetically I could sense whatever was going on with them, whatever energies they're intertwining with and intermingling with, they do not resonate with you. Okay? So this is all energetic frequencies that you're feeling. And I feel like the reason why when you in relationships with people, or when you have to cut people off, it might feel weird in the beginning. And do you know why it feels weird in the beginning? Because that person was pulling at your energy. Have you ever noticed, like, after you have a breakup or something like that, and you're like, I'm good, I know that person's not for me, yada yada, but you still can like think about them, even though you know you want nothing to do with them? That is because we can summon each other with our thoughts, okay? Sounds crazy, but telepathy is a real thing. If somebody is thinking about you, they are sending the signal to you, and you can pick it up, and then you'll be thinking about them too. So saying all this to say, if you recently have had to cut someone off, cut someone out of your life, or source, God had to pull somebody out of your life, and you're like, I don't know why, it feels like I have no friends right now, whatever, understand it probably is because your vibration is raising, your frequency is raising, and the people that you used to hang out with, for whatever reason, you being at that high vibration, it irritates them. And why does it irritate them? Because they cannot, their consciousness is not up there at that level. So they don't even understand how you can come to them with love and compassion and empathy and understanding, and they're just like, no, F you, F you, F you. Like, even if you don't want to be friends with somebody anymore, somebody of high consciousness and who is in alignment with their higher self can be like, you know what, this isn't our season, but I wish you the best and let's just move on, right? But the fact of the matter is, if somebody needs to attack you, tell you you're a terrible person, you're a bad person, just because you don't meet their needs, because you've set standards and boundaries and you're not going to let someone siphon the life out of you, and they require a codependent relationships where they just need somebody who's always there, always attentive, always listening to them, always dropping their baggage and their burdens on them. You don't need that in your life. And Source says, don't be afraid to let them go. Who, Source? Anybody. Anybody. Family, friends, exes, everything. Now is the season of cord cutting. Why? It's like a slingshot. Right now, we kind of energetically have been pulled back down into these low energies, these low frequencies of people, you know, kind of being nasty with us, doing all these things, right? Because we're about to shoot up. We're about to shoot up, okay? All the chosen ones, we're about to shoot up. Our frequency is about to shoot up. Our consciousness is about to raise. If you thought you were conscious before, it's about to raise to a whole nother level. And people are dipping left and right because you're vibrating too high for them, okay? It's like the light that you are radiating is so bright that it burns their demons, and you freaking piss them off, and they cannot stand it, and they do not want to be around you. So they gotta dip. And they're gonna make it seem like it's your fault that they're dipping. It's your fault. You didn't give me enough attention. You didn't give me enough love. You weren't a good friend to me, blah, blah, blah. And I really had to stop and think about it because, you know, I'm not a vain person. I'm always forever on this learning journey, right? So I said, Source, God, angels, guides, and helpers for my highest and greatest good. If there is truth to what they are saying, let me learn the lesson from this relationship. And that is how you know you have raised consciously to a whole nother level. When someone can curse you out, fuss you out, and you say, you know what? I love you anyway. You're going to keep that over there. I love you anyway, and I wish you the best. And you walk away and you analyze and you say, God, if I'm in the wrong, show me, right? God said to me, you're not in the wrong, beloved. They were responding out of their triggers. Okay? And the fact that they were holding on to that grudge for so long, the fact that if they really genuinely and truly wanted to be your friend, and here's the difference from people who do want to be your friends and people who are just pissed off that you're vibrating so high that they can't even be in your resonance field anymore. Someone who really truly wants to be your friend, they will talk to you about it. They want to resolve issues because they want to become stronger with you, okay? As a friendship, as a partnership, they might be like, hey, you really pissed me off and it hurt my feelings that you did that. Can we talk about this? Because I love you and I still want to be in your life, right? Somebody who just wants to, who can't hang with you anymore because their vibration is too low, they will just curse you out, tell you ain't ish, blah, 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 and then leave. And they're not even going to feel better about the fact that they dumped all this on you. And another thing, your angels, guides, and helpers, Source, when you're in the right, they're not going to let people energetically dump on you. They're not going to let people do witchcraft on you, spell work on you, think negatively about you, summon you mentally, right? Like, I've recently had to get lots of crystals. I amped up all my crystals. I got some amethyst crystals. I got a black obsidian. Do I have it in here with me? I don't know. I have my tiger's eye wand. Like, your girl is strapped with the crystals because right now The energetic warfare is popping off like crazy, you guys. So I highly suggest that you get yourself some protective crystals. Get some black obsidian, some black tourmaline. These crystals are really great for bouncing off when people try to send negative energy your way, just by thinking about you, just by recalling events and trying to, like, because like I said, this person is a sorcerer, right? They are spiritually, you know, aware to some degree, right? So you got to be careful with these people who are your friends, who are like practitioners, when things go sour, because they might try to use their power against you. But you know what? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. So keep trying, because you are just pissing off my angels, guides, and ancestors, and they're gonna rain down on you hard, okay? Because I don't deserve it. You want to tell me I'm a bad friend? I love you anyway. I love you anyway. I love you. 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 Because I know you still watch my videos. I love you, okay? And I'm sorry you weren't vibrating at this level with me. Hey, maybe when you raise your, you were a really great friend to me. And I hate that it had to end this way, but beloved, you were acting on your triggers and your traumas, okay? So said all this to say, you guys, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. People are falling out of your lives left and right. Source said, let it happen, because attachment is the cause of your suffering. So if you are attaching to this relationship, friendship that didn't work out, and you're trying to make it work, after Source told you a million times +5 that it wasn't going to work, and you're still trying to make it work, you are only going to suffer, okay? Because Source is trying to take you to a higher place, to a higher level, and those people cannot exist there. So they might do things like start messing up your money, messing up your finance. It's so crazy, you guys. As soon as I cut this person off, I had like several sales come into me. And it's really funny, because this person used to say, oh, so-and-so is doing magic on me, so-and-so is stopping the flow of my money, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that was just a projection. She was the one who was stopping the flow of money, because as soon as she cursed me out and I said, okay, we're not going to do this. I wish you the best. I love you. Go be great. As soon as I said that, money just started pouring into me. So you know what? Don't be afraid to let people go, okay? And if you were triggered by this message, it's time to do some work, because it's time for the chosen ones to raise higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And at some point, you are gonna have to learn to have compassion for your haters and your enemies, okay? I love my haters. And right now, I'm sorry, girlfriend, I'm considering you to be a hater. I've been watching a lot of readings, and they said somebody is not your friend, and they're acting like they're your friend, and they are not your friend. And I'm like, dang, that kind of sucks to hear, but it is what it is. Source said he is going to restore all that has been taken from you. So if all your friends have left you, and you feel like you're by yourself, or you're alone, or you're in a relationship and it didn't work out, and they left you, and you're like, dang, I'm just sitting here by myself, like, why does it have to be so lonely? Source says, I'm just shifting some things around for you, because I want you to be great, and I want you to be successful, and I want you to have the best of the best. But you know what? You can't have the best of the best bringing these low vibrational people with you, because there are negative entities that are attached to them, and I can't bless you, because I can't bless you around this energy. I can't. I'm sorry. Remove yourself. Let me remove it. Let me help you remove it, so that we can get on and popping, okay? So for everybody who's been in this really weird, stagnant place of like it just seems like everything's been on lock, like relationships on lock, money on lock, things just on lock, and then people start dropping out of your life, just get really excited, because things are about to start moving in the best way possible for you, okay? And these people, they're demons, they're spirits, they're attachments, were tripping you up energetically. It might not have even been anything they said to you or anything like that. Them just being vibrationally around you was throwing you off in your spirit, and you probably didn't even know it. Let them go. Source said, don't be afraid to lose anybody, okay, you guys? I really hope that this message is helpful. I know we've been going through it. I've been going through it, okay? So I know y'all have been going through it. Those of you guys who have certain placements, but it is what it is. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be amazing. Keep letting people drop left and right like flies. Source is going to replenish these relationships and restore them with far better quality people, right? And if it is a friendship relationship and that person rises in consciousness and then they see the error of their ways and they see their faults, it is up to you to decide if you're going to let them back in or not. But understand that people don't fall out of your life for no reason. So I would just keep that in mind. I love you guys so much. I'm hoping for the best for all of you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.